Alright folks, it's Saturday, February 15th. Me and old Cash come down to the shelter. I brought my backpack blower. Deer season ended Monday, so we're going to try to spend a little bit more time down here. I've come down a couple times and just scratched around, maybe found a broke or two, but I wanted to get all these leaves off and get ready. So we got a lot of digging to do. He's ready to go. He's been bored for a while. Come down here. This is a destroyed point, fire pop, but found it on the surface fine. We had about 5 inches of rain last week, and I hated to get these leaves off before then, but that'd been a pretty little point. Hadn't been broke. A lot of flaking on it, been sharpened down a lot. Just a broke piece here. Come off something, I don't know. I find these little limestone, I think they're braided with them or sanded pottery, or I always pick them up when I find them. Just found it just right over there, scratched around a little bit, and it came out all by itself. So, but here's probably the find of the day. Most of that was surface, but I did scratch a little bit around the tree over there and popped this old rough knife out. So, all right, that's it. It's we're gonna try to get started. I got a few creeks I want to hit as soon as the water gets down. Everything's out of the banks here, but maybe we'll be back soon. Get a little bit dry, we'll see them. So, if anybody's watching, we appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. All right, folks, it's Saturday, February 22nd. I'm down here at the shelter. Probably been down here about an hour and a half. She's about 40 degrees. It's a good day to dig. A few months I'll be begging for 40, but I've been just scratching around. I've been doing like wheelbarrow full here and wheelbarrow full there, and I moved over here beside this tree, and hadn't found a whole lot today till this. So I found one thing. I don't know about that, but it's you can see some thinning strikes on it. I believe you can see the end of it, a little tiny hammerstone, maybe for napping, but it's definitely been used. You can see the edges of it. I like it. I don't keep that, but this skid, this whatever this thing is, this screen, I just found a piece of pottery, and that's all the flakes. So I'm gonna dig a little bit more, but this big baby popped out, and big old rough knife. I'll clean it up real quick, and then I'll get right back. All right, I'm back. Got her cleaned up a little bit, but that's the top. I'm sure there's where they worked the edge down. Come on. Just big old thick honking thing, but I'm sure it was served its purpose. So, well, if that's all I find today, it'll be worth the trip down here. So maybe I'll be back. I'm not sure. We'll try. All right, folks, it's Monday, March 3rd. There's a view of the shelter. I don't know if I've ever done this view. Down here, this is where my nephew Tyler punched that hole in the wall with that skid steer. But anyway, real quickie. I got home, had a couple of hours, so I run down here. That's been it. A rough day. But I spent most of my time right there, base that tree. I did dig some in the back of the shelter. Hadn't done that in a while. Anyway, that's it. Well, I got this right here. Dang, my brain. Found this stone here, there under that tree. I mean, they spent some time on it. It's a nice one. I may carry this one out today. That's a nice grinding stone. Anyway, I just documented it. I've got 3 or 4 of these little bitty 1-2 minute ones. So when I start finding something, I'll put them all together. So anyway, y'all, anybody watching, appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. Thank you. All right, real quick, folks. It's Thursday, March 6th. I'm down here at the CowTrail, and too wet to sift. I piled that dirt up with a tractor, but the cow's done. I need to move it a little closer. I'm sifting right over here. But anyway, I walked this out. We had a good rain this week, and I walked out the old trail over there, and this is it. I mean, it's rough. It's really not even worth putting on camera, but you got that old big midsection there, and there's a little point, a tip of something, and then like 3 broke blades, like the bases of them. So real quick, I did find, people always talk about shaft scrapers, and here we go. I'm sorry, but this piece laying like that, I thought, you know, broke point, and then when I picked it up, I mean, the backside of it hadn't even been worked, but you can definitely see the work in there on that little notch. I thought that was kind of slick. That was surely a scraping tool for something. So, all right, it's gonna be dark in about 45 minutes, so I'm getting out of here. Maybe we'll be back soon. If anybody's watching, we appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. All right, folks, it's Monday, March 10th. I had a couple hours, a little bit more time with this time change, so I thought I'd run down here to the shelter real quick. I'm going to be hammered the rest of the week pretty bad. But I've been here, I don't know, 30 minutes. I found this old rough knife just a minute ago. Found it in the sifter. I'm loading buckets here behind me. But I was scratching around here and just pulled this out. I set it back, that's where I found it. But I don't know, some kind of scraper blade. She's worked all the way around, got like a flat bottom on her. But I'll clean them up before I get out of here. Maybe I'll find something good here in a minute. Maybe I'll be back. I shouldn't have turned the camera off. I took my old pick here. There's no rock wedge in this root here. I started knocking that old sandstone out. And another one fell out. It's not as worked and defined as that first one. Not as much working on it, but about 6 inches from where I just found that other one. So, yay for me. I'll look at it better when I get them cleaned up. Maybe we'll be back. Alright, it's been about 5 or 10 minutes. I've just been moving rock and pulling roots. I finally got my 2 buckets filled, and I'm working on these roots right here where I could shovel, pulling on them. Here she is. This is what I've been looking for. It's been a long couple months. Alright. Alright. Finally a pretty point. She's whittled down, but she's still a nice one. Good material. Pretty flaking. Man, that's due that. Told my wife when I left the house, I said, I'm due a good one. I may be just a shovel full from it. There she is. I'll clean her up and get back. I'm going to sift these 2 buckets. We'll be back. Alright, I finally got to the 2 buckets. Nothing in the first one but flakes. And I thought I was done with this. But I thought this one was a leaf. What's wrong with my focus today? I mean, you see the resemblance there. anyway, I picked it up, and she ain't big as a minute, but I think a little point or tool, a little knife or something done on a flake. That's pretty. I'll take it. All right, turned out to be a pretty good evening. I'm gonna do a few more bucketfuls. Old sun get down behind the hill here. Ain't got long. All right, we'll be back. Those last 2 buckets, I went ahead and cleaned them up. I couldn't tell a whole lot. I mean, that one was obvious. I knew what that was when I saw it, but this thing here, it's almost like a quartz, but there is some micro flaking along that edge. I don't know why my camera's not focusing good today. But anyway, this one here, I'm not trying to make it something it's not, but caught my eye. You can tell it's been worked all the way around the edge. One of them just round flake knife. Rough. I mean, it'll go in the save bucket, but I won't frame anything like that. But this one here is questionable. Let me get where I can focus here. Well, there you go. I mean, I believe they had micro perforators, micro drills, whatever you want to call them, micro blades. Little jobs required little tools. There might have been some precise cutting. I don't know. I'll put it in the maybe jar. All right, I'm going to do a little bit more. All right, I'm back. Well, I like this. Talk about a perforator. I worked that edge right there. Man, my focus terrible today. There we go. You can see the working on it. All right, throw it in there and clean it up. About to finish up. Maybe I'll be back. All right, real quick here. I need to do a clean up. Running out of daylight here. Man, that's the best haul I've had, 1.5 hours. I ain't had that good a haul in 2 or 3 hours, but this is today. This is at a scraper. It's flat on that side, but you can see the work all around it. Kind of a triangle look with a flat base, and then this one fell out just 6 inches from it. You can see some working on the edge there. Tickle made it both, kind of similar. There's that quartz looking material. I'll have to look at that closer, but hard to tell. Pretty material though. I don't think I've filmed that. Just a quality tip. Good material. Some good nice flaking. Here's that perforator. That is sweet. Somebody's tool kit. He's punching holes with that. And I don't know what this was. I like it. It's flat on that side. Here's that round knife. I call it round knife, but this is the very first thing I found. It fell out real quick. Just a rough knife. That's been a nice one. But no doubt this was a find of the day. I would do that one. All right, that's it. I got about 4 or 5 little shorts from the CowTrail and down here, and I may put them all together and make one. So, all right, if any of y'all is watching, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.